Hi, this is Adrienne Simons here. Today I wanted to speak to you about magnetizing your dream relationship. I know for a lot of single moms out there, this is the one thing that they feel can be quite challenging because already you come from a relationship that didn't work out, and you may have some trust issues, you may have some issues. So I want to discuss 3 points with regards to this on how to actually magnetize the relationship of your dreams. And I find that with hindsight, when I look at my own relationship, I was able to pick up these points in terms of how I magnetize the relationship of my dreams. So first I want to share with you the story of how my husband and I met and our relationship. The thing that I really appreciated about our relationship, and that immediately I could see that this potentially was the right relationship for me, was there was an ease and flow to it. I never was concerned about where's this relationship going, is this person serious about the relationship, what are we doing here? I didn't have those questions, which is a very good indication to you that that is probably the right relationship for you, because you feel at ease, you feel safe, and your partner or the person that you're dating is very clear about what their intentions are. So one of the things I did to, before I go into what I did to attract my relationship, in terms of the relationship that I have with my husband, when we met on our first date, I remember him standing at the car, opening the door for me, and it made me feel so special. So right off the bat, he set himself apart from a lot of other people that I dated, because chivalry tends to be not something that a lot of guys are familiar with. So in any case, we went on the date. I remember I was going to a comedy show. I had a lovely time there, laughing, chatting, getting to know one another. And the show finished at about 10 o'clock. He had picked me up at about 6:30 because I think it was starting at about 7:30. And what I remember after that is that we had such a good time that we decided to continue with our date and go for coffee at one of the restaurants. We did that, and about 12 o'clock he brought me home. So we had such a good time. I've never had a date where the first time that I'm meeting the person, I spend so much time with them and then things are just so in the flow. And after he dropped me, I think he called me the next day, or at that time he immediately set up a date for the weekend. But because I wasn't there on the weekend, what happened was I was going to be back on Sunday I was on a getaway. I was going to be back on the Sunday, and immediately he arranged a date for Sunday for us to go do something. When we were done with that date on Sunday, which was fantastic, we went for a scenic drive, we went for lunch, we had such a good time. When we got back from that date, he immediately set up a date for the next day. In fact, I saw him every day after that. And a year later, we bought a house together, and a year after that, we were married. But very early on already, he indicated to me that he felt that I was the right person for him. He made his feelings abundantly clear, all of those kind of things. So that is basically the first time that I actually had a relationship that just felt so flowy. So I've had really good relationships in the past, but everything about this relationship in terms of what I wanted, what I've always expressed I wanted, just, materializes as it felt like I wrote the script of how this relationship should be and how I should feel in it. Which brings me to the first point I want to discuss with you. I think it's important to actually voice out loud, whether you're writing it, whether you're just doing like a voice note on your phone, but speak out loud what it is in terms of how you want to feel in the relationship, that's your dream relationship. I think a lot of times what happens is you focus on what the qualities that the man should have, what he looks like, the qualities they have, the job he has, etc., etc. That is an old paradigm. So for me, the focus should be on what is the relationship that you are wanting to create with this person. Because how many times are there people, two really great, amazing people, great qualities, but when it comes to the relationship, they're not able to create a relationship that feels really good for both of them. So this is what I did. I basically spoke out loud, I wrote it out, and I said, I want a relationship that feels romantic. I want a relationship that feels inspiring. I want my relationship to feel filled with humor and laughter. I want a relationship that feels sexy and playful. I want a relationship with this mutual respect. I want to feel safe and protected in the relationship. I want to feel cherished, adored, and desired. All those good things. I spoke out loud of what I want in a relationship. I also wanted that relationship to be exciting and adventurous. I was very clear about how I wanted that to feel. So one of the other things that is important in magnetizing the relationship that you want, I feel, is meditation. And when I would meditate, what I would do is I would actually sit in those feelings of what I wanted my relationship to feel like. Not focus on the person at all. And the reason you do that is when the relationship shows up, you can immediately recognize it. This is what happened for me with my husband and I. When that relationship showed up, as it was unfolding, I immediately recognized this is the relationship that I was looking for. So one of the other things I realized as I spoke out loud what I wanted, I said all the things I wanted to feel in the relationship. Adored, loved, cherished, I want to feel safe and protected. And then I said, or something better. That is such a great little hack to add to whatever it is that you say you want. You say what you want. I want to feel this, that, and the other, or whatever it is that you want, and you say, or something better. So I spoke out loud what I wanted, but I wasn't attached to what I wanted because I was open for even something better. So that is an important thing to do. But it frees you up to actually really express what you really want without then attaching to what it is that you want. One of the things that I realized then as well is if I wanted this from my relationship, I needed to generate that qualities with the relationship that I have with myself. So there are basically 3 things that I did in order to be a match for what I put out there in terms of how I want the relationship to feel. I needed to basically send out that frequency. I needed to be a match for that relationship. So these are some of the things that I did, and I'll share it with you. Meditation. Make time every day if possible. I don't know why I say if possible. It should be possible. We make time every day to watch our favorite TV programs. We make time to eat. We sleep. Surely you can make time to meditate. And meditation doesn't have to be you sitting down and for 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour. Whatever it is that you enjoy, whether it's going for a walk, anything that gets your attention and you're present with it. You're totally, completely present. Your mind isn't wandering off here and there. You're present with whatever activity you're doing. That is also a form of meditation. So for me, I would sit down 10, 15, 20 minutes and I would feel those feelings of what I wanted my relationship to feel like. One of the things that meditation has done for me, and that with me studying hypnosis that I really understand well, is you can go into such a deep state of peace and tranquility. And when you do that for yourself, what actually happens is that 10, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour that you spend every day in meditation, that peaceful state, that state of being present, you're able to allow that to seep into your life. It just happens naturally. The more you do meditation, the more you're able to bring that calmness, that peacefulness, that tranquility into your life. That energy frequency becomes part of you. And why that is important, I feel, is it gives you the bandwidth to graciously be able to handle strong emotions when it comes up. You become a woman that can handle her feelings, that can handle her emotions. When there's triggers, you don't just go off. You're able to have the awareness. You build an awareness, as to observe yourself, what is happening. And for a man, a woman that can handle the feelings, that can handle the emotions, she's very attractive because she's very powerful. So meditation did that for me. And I feel that because we are evolving into a higher consciousness, the consciousness that we have now supports even more for a person to be able to do that for yourself, to be able to sit that 10, 15, 20 minutes, to be able to quicker and easier bring that calm and tranquil energy into your daily life. So that is a very important thing that I would say for me, that was important for me in attracting the partner of my dreams. The other thing that I did was I built a really amazing life for myself. So I really enjoy traveling. Some people enjoy other activities. Whatever the activity is for you, I enjoy hiking, I enjoy watching movies. I engage with people that light me up. I engage in activities that light me up. So this is the kind of things you do. So when it comes to traveling, I couldn't afford to do that right from the start. But as I could afford to do that, I did that for myself. I see that as an investment in myself. So I became that adventurous person that did exciting things. I went to Mauritius, had the best time of my life. I was so inspired when I was in Mauritius that I decided to take my son and daughter on a trip to Mauritius as well, which was absolutely amazing. I went with family to Thailand. I remember us flying business class and then being upgraded to first class. And one of the things that went with being in first class was we could sleep over in Doha in a 5-star hotel for free. So all of these kind of things didn't just happen automatically. I set the intention that I wanted to do exciting things, that I wanted to do things like traveling. I enjoy hiking, go do that. I enjoy movies, go do that. I enjoy having engaging, stimulating conversations, do that to other people you can do it with. And that's how you bring that energy into your frequency. It becomes part of your frequency. That makes you really attractive, really magnetic for the right person. So the next thing that I did was to lean more into my feminine energy. A lot of times what we do in relationships is we overfunction. I don't know if you've ever heard of Rory Ray. She really is an expert on feminine energy and how to come from your feminine energy. And she talks about how you should lean into it by being in touch with your feelings. You being in touch with your feelings is you actually being in touch with yourself. So the reason why a lot of women are disconnected from their feelings is because they more in their masculine energy by doing and doing and doing. When you're a single mom, your life consists of a lot of doing. That is why I say it's important to take that time out for meditation. That is why it's important to have activities in your life that light you up. That is why it's important for you to, in your environment, to have things that makes you feel soft and calm and tranquil and relaxed. So for me, I love candles, lighting candles. I like burning essential oils. When I'm burning essential oils and I get that aroma, it feels like I'm in a spa. And I just go right into that energy and it feels pretty amazing. So these are the kind of things that I would say you should do. Do your version of it. I'm telling you my version. Do your version of it. Obviously, you may be on a budget. Just do the one thing. When I started out, I didn't have a lot of money when I just became a single mom. But I would do one or two things. Like, for example, I have salt lamps in my home. When I walk around and I see that salt lamp, I just feel that it lights me up. I love beautiful things. So another thing that's beautiful in your home is decluttering, you know. Declutter your home. I don't know if you heard about Marie Kondo. She talks about making your house, having things in your house that sparks you with joy. I think that's how she puts it. I'm paraphrasing. But in any case, I did that. I started with just one thing. So one of the things I did initially was I got a vase, and I would, when I would buy fresh flowers, and just seeing that would make me feel so good. And then as I can, I would get to the next thing and the next thing, things that just made me feel good. Just looking at it, just, you know, having it there lit me up. But definitely declutter your home. When you're with your wardrobe, you know, make sure it's packed properly. It just puts you in a very good space. You want to be in a very good space. When you're a mom, you want to bring that calmness into your environment. You want to bring tranquility into your environment. And that becomes part of your frequency. And that makes you magnetic to people. And that makes you magnetic to the right person. So in the relationship itself, I think this basically moves on to the next point that I want to speak about. And that is one of the reasons some people may not have brought in their dream relationship is because of limiting beliefs. So we all are born with this program where you feel unworthy, you feel not enough, you feel unlovable. So when you have that kind of programs, what happens is you can tend to be a people pleaser. So when you start out in a relationship, you're so eager to have the relationship work out that you do more than you should. You start being the one to initiate contact. You're the one that's making plans. You're the one that's paying. So that would be overfunctioning. You're doing too much. You need to lean back and allow yourself to receive. Feel worthy to receive. Feel good enough to receive. Know that you are lovable. One of the other things that you will allow in your relationship, if you still have those limiting programs, is you will allow people to violate or compromise your boundaries. You will be afraid to speak up and express your needs, express your boundaries. But when you know that you are worthy, and when you know that you are lovable, and when you know that you are enough, you will be able to automatically have boundaries, communicate those boundaries, express your needs, and just your whole vibe about you would be very clear that you are grounded and you know that you are loved because you love yourself. So with regard to the meditation aspect, one of the main reasons also to be doing meditation as a way to dissolve these limiting beliefs, it's a time for you to connect with your higher self. You know, that inner wisdom that you have. When you do your meditation, you focus on your heart when you're breathing, because you want to take yourself out of your mind into your heart, into that feeling space. And when you do that, you are also connecting with your higher self. You get messages from your higher self, and you can steer a relationship in a way that is best for you. In other words, you don't have to go look at what does the expert say. You can, based on your own intuition, your own intuition, and your own inner guidance, you are able to steer a relationship to have the highest potential outcome for you. So for many of us, many of you, you may feel you need some help, you need some support in dissolving the limiting beliefs that you have around relationships. You find yourself overfunctioning, you find yourself reaching out to the person more than they reach out to you. You find that you are the person keeping the relationship going. If that's the case, you may have some of those limiting beliefs, and it would be good to dissolve them. And I actually have a hypnosis audio that you're welcome to drop me an email if you would like that. I want to just give you an indication of the signs that you can take note of that shows you are in the right relationship. So I've already touched on this before. Basically, the fact that there's just a flow to it. It feels easy. It feels fun. When that energy is present in the relationship, you know that potentially this is the right relationship for you. So what the perfect relationship does for you, it's going to heal your childhood wounds. So if you are a person that tends to feel unsafe in a relationship, you are anxious and worried, what you will find this person brings out in the relationship for you is you feel safe in the relationship. You feel you can be yourself. You're not worried when they are not with you, what are they doing? Now your body has that wisdom to know this is the right person for you, this is the right relationship for you. So you feel relaxed, you feel safe in the relationship. So if you are a person that has trust issues in the relationship, you will find that with the right person, when the right person comes along to build the relationship with you, that's your dream relationship, you will find that with regards to having trust issues, this person has the effect of making you feel very reassured in the relationship. Not by words, just the energy that they bring to the relationship. You just know that you can trust them. There is no doubt in your mind that you can trust them, because your body will tell you this is the right relationship, that wisdom that you have in your body, because you feel relaxed. You know you can trust. When they are away, you're not having to call them up 1,000 times to find out what they're doing, where they are, etc., etc. You just trust them. And isn't that amazing to just be able to relax in your relationship and for it just to be easy and just for things to flow? So maybe you're a person that feels you don't feel very attractive. When you're in the right relationship, the person that you are with will make you feel beautiful. They will tell you you're beautiful, they're pretty. If they don't say it in words, they will definitely infer it, and you will just feel it, because they look at you in a very special way, and they desire you and they adore you, and they show that to you. You don't have to beg for it. They're warm and affectionate, and it just happens naturally. That's also another sign of knowing that you are in the right relationship. In other words, when the person's not doing these things, that shows that you are in the right relationship. When they're not doing those basic things, you're definitely not in the right relationship. If you're feeling unsafe, you don't trust the person, you can't relax in their presence, you feel like you need to impress them, they don't bring out the best in you, you're being triggered all the time, etc. I'm talking about most of the time. Then know that that is not the right person for you. It doesn't matter how amazing they are. They're not there in a capacity to heal the wounds that you may have, the programming that you may have. It's triggering it, which can be good in the sense of you can then know what's still there and you can go and heal that. But at the same time, you don't have to go that route. You can go the route where you're with the person, with the relationship, where you have those issues, but they are like that soothing, they're like a soothing balm for you. That's how it feels. So choose a relationship that feels like a soothing balm for you. That's how my relationship felt to me. That is how I knew this is the right person for me. It just sets itself apart from all other relationships. So one of the things I like to say is a very good way to test if the man that you're building a relationship is the right person for you is to ask the question, if I had a son, would I want him to grow up and be just like this man? And if the answer is no, I think you clearly have the answer as to whether that is the right person to build that wonderful relationship with. So in conclusion, the story that I told you about my own relationship and the points that I shared with you, it's very clear that what I wanted to bring across is I did not have to follow any strategies in the unfoldment of my relationship to make it easy. It just was natural. And the reason for that is all these other pointers that I mentioned, me doing meditation, having the bandwidth to handle my emotions, filling my life up with things that light me up, whether it's people or activities, my home environment and my internal environment was a place of peace and tranquility. Not the whole day, but I made spaces in my day to bring that energy in. And when you bring that energy in and you are in touch with your feelings, and one way to be in touch with your feelings is to express in a feeling where how you feel. I'm feeling sad. I feel lit up. This feels beautiful. I feel beautiful. I feel so soft and calm and tranquil. I feel so excited. When you talk like that and you are present with how you're feeling and you are aware of how you're feeling, because you're connecting with that inner core of you. It's also connecting with your higher self. You're staying in touch with that. You're getting inner guidance from that. You're getting inner wisdom from that. And also you're in your feminine energy. All of those things allow you to be able to be in your true frequency. So what strategies does is it covers up your true frequency, and you end up in a relationship that doesn't resonate for you, one after the other after the other. So when you're able to let go of strategies and connect with yourself, be in connection with your inner wisdom, your higher self, through talking in that feeling way, being aware of the feelings that you have, by doing all of those kind of things, you're able to signal and broadcast your true frequency. You come across as authentic and real, and you're able to magnetize that authentic and real relationship and ideal partner. So thank you for listening to my video, watching it, and thank you for those that are subscribing. Thank you for those that are commenting. Thank you to those who are liking my video. I appreciate that. And as I've mentioned before, for anyone feeling that they need some support in dissolving limiting beliefs and wanting to have a better experience in terms of meditation, I would encourage you to get my audio on that, Magnetizing the Romantic Relationship of Your Dreams, just by dropping me an email, which is in the link below.